All right, so welcome back to another episode. This is match number 2 in the same day, so
it's gonna be wonderful.
Gonna be a wonderful one. Wanted to do this one. Whoa, I burped. Wanted to do this one because I like Nighthaunt, and they're my new army that I'm working on. And Aaron likes Beast of Chaos. Is this your first army that you ever built, or
no? My first army was IDK. IDK, then KO, then Beast of Chaos.
So there you go. It's his newest, or I guess not newest, because Cruel Blaze is your newest. So whatever.
But they're easier to paint, and there's less of them. Like, this is absolutely
chaos.
Nuts.
Literally,
this is horrible.
They're Beasts of Chaos. So there's a lot of stuff on the board right there. Neither of our lists are optimized at all. We're playing on close to the chest. So this is the battle plan where there are 6 objectives. These 3 are Aaron's. These 3 are going to be mine. And on the opponent's turn, you choose one of theirs to be like the priority objective, so you get an extra point for holding it.
Yep.
Other than that, it's 1, 2, or more. Pretty standard stuff. Fun things that are going to happen here. I don't take any rend. Everything in Aaron's army requires rend to kill things, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
And also, Aaron has a million bajillion units, and I have like 6. So
yeah, I don't know. This is going to be weird.
This is going to be really weird. I've been wanting to play this match for a while, and what I call my list is the Nighthaunt list of it's just what I have. So I have Nagash, so he's in my list. I have 3 units of 10 chain rasps, so they're in my list. I have a unit of hex rates, so it's in my list.
Yeah.
I have these, what are these even called? I don't even know what they're, Myrmidon Banshees, I think they're called.
You have Banshees?
Yeah,
cool.
I have them, so they're in my list. I have a, what's he called? The chain rasp, like, dude with the...
The priest? He looks like a fucking Catholic
I don't know
priest.
what he's called. Whatever his name is, he's the guy that...
the communion guy.
Yeah, he gives communion. I got that guy. And then I've also got the Lord Executioner, which is my favorite Nighthaunt model. So he's also in my list. 5-up ward, -1 to wound rolls for anything within 3 of him. So really, really fun stuff. Great list. I'm excited for it. EQ models are going to be the Chain Rasps. They're all right here. And then Bounty Hunters are going to be the Banshee unit? I think that's what they're called. I don't know if that's actually what they're called, but
I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah,
this is like a silly game, I think.
Yeah, the Myrmidon Banshees. So they're bounty hunters as well as the hex rates, and then I got Nagash, and that's it.
On to
Tell
mine.
me about your list.
I got 30 Ungors. 20 of them are in Expert Conquerors, and then I have 20 Zangors in one big unit, and they're all in Expert Conquerors. Okay, then I have 10 units of Ungor on the side. Then I have 30 Bestigors.
Love that.
And they're all in Bounty Hunters. I have a reinforced unit of Dragon Ogres, Cygor, Gorgon. I have, what's his name? The
Dragon Ogre Shaggoth?
The Shaggoth. Yeah, I have him. I got the Zangor Daddy with the big, he's on the disc and he's a mage. The Zangor Shaman. I also have a normal Shaman. I brought a Wildfire Taurus, not because it's good, but because I like the model a lot, and it just looks cool to me.
Yep.
It's actually not that great in this edition, but
whatever.
It's fine. I brought some Chaos Spawn, just in case my heroes die, which probably will. And I brought some stuff to summon, like, Chimeras, Bulgors, potentially.
They're in the box,
and that's it. And these Bestigors are bringing it off to ambush side.
Cool.
And, this is also the Beast of Chaos that I own. Like, I literally just bought a bunch of boxes, and that was it.
The stuff we own match, basically. Yeah. That's what this is going to be. So,
I also have the swords, the Quicksilver swords, which we forgot at home, so I'm going to use this Dirge Horn as a substitute for it, and that's it.
We love that.
Well, you're up to decision, because I literally have 20 units.
20 million drops?
I have 6... on there, then I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 drops.
Yeah, I'm at 8, so I definitely am lower than that. So I finished dropping first. I am going to I'm going to just give you the turn. There's literally no reason not to.
Why not, bro?
Hope for the double. Let Nagash spam out some arcane bolts here at some point. And then I will choose the primary objective that is going to be worth double points. It's going to be this one here.
Okay.
And I am also going to make this one necessary for... there's no point in doing that, but I'll make it necessary for him to have make it a proving ground. So Galatian Veteran has to take it. Before this turn starts now, I get to take off some models here. So I will be taking off this unit. I will be taking off this unit.
Oh my God, where is this?
And I will be taking off, let's see, we're going to take off this unit.
This book is too big.
Actually, let's not. Let's keep him there. And let's take off...
where is this?
This guy, right here.
Where is this?
So, we got some units off. All right, that is going to be that into the top of turn 1. The Nighthaunt removed the Chain Rasp unit, one Myrmidon Banshee unit, and the Lord Executioner unit from play. The Nighthaunt's Emerald Host then marks the 2 Shamans and the Shaggoth for mortal wounds. The Beast of Chaos battle tactic is against all odds. The Shaggoth succeeds heroic leadership, and the Nagash succeeds heroic leadership. The Shaman casts Quicksilver Swords. It is not unbound. The right unit of Ungors move 6 inches and screen the objective. The left unit of Ungors runs 6 inches onto the bottom left objective. The Zangors reposition. The Shamans reposition. The Dragon Ogres reposition. Off the screen, the 2 monsters move towards the left objective. All 3 units of Bestigors deep strike into Nighthaunt territory. The leftmost unit of Bestigors succeed their charge into the Chain Rasps. The Nighthaunt gain a +1 to their ward from Nagash. Well, the Chain Rasps do. And the Bestigors kill 9 models. The Chain Rasps deal no damage back, however, retain control of that objective due to it being the proving ground. The Beasts of Chaos score 1, 2, and more objectives, as well as secure their battle tactic for 6 points. They do not control the bonus objective and do not get the extra point. It is on.
End of the Beasts of Chaos turn 1. I got lucky on my charge.
Yep.
That I couldn't re-roll, so
Yeah.
very lucky. I got a 10 on it, made it in there. I did 9 damage to the Ghost Boys, because I have no rend, which is sadness. And he got the extra ward, leaving 1 just clinging on to life.
Yep.
I brought all 30 Bestigors just on the back of his board, very obnoxiously. Mm-hmm. And I also have a Death Star formation here on this side of the board. And his only monster is Nagash, who I believe doesn't really have access to a teleport. And yeah, so I feel very safe and secure. I feel like my Herdstone's pretty good. I got Dragon Ogres scoping it out. I have every objective technically. I don't know if
Well, not this one.
because you made it the proving ground, right?
Yeah. Well, this one is the proving ground, so you
And
can't
the
take
alpha.
it. And
Right.
the alpha.
I have
so.
5 objectives. If it wasn't the proving, that's why I said technically. I should have said.
So you get to choose now what your proving ground is going to be. So it could be this
my-
one, this
my
one, or
alpha
this.
is
Your
gonna
alpha, yeah.
1,000% that middle one.
Okay, we'll make that then.
You can't choose the same one twice, right?
For alpha, I think you can. For proving
okay.
proving ground, you cannot.
Well, this one because I literally have about 80 models
There's
on
not
it.
even space on that at
There's
all.
no,
so.
yeah, there's no way he's chewing through this at all.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think you positioned yourself well for this turn. Hopefully, I get the double.
I'm actually glad I remembered to bring in the Bestigors because it specifically says they all die if you don't.
Yeah, so that's definitely a good thing.
I was like, I can just leave them to the side, but then I read it and I was like, no, I can't. Oh,
That
no.
being said, I do get to bring back, some ghosty boys. I get to go into my turn here and try to get some kills. So
Yep.
that's the hope. So into bottom of turn 1, Nighthaunt.
Let's go.
The Nighthaunt battle tactic is desecrate their lands. The Shaggoth succeeds heroic leadership. Nagash succeeds heroic leadership. Nagash brings back 3 chain rasps. Into casting, Nagash casts Mystic Shield. Nagash then casts Shade Mist for a +1 to wound on the Hex Wraiths. Nagash then gives the Hex Wraiths a +5 ward. Nagash then casts 5 Arcane Bolts. Nothing is unbound. Everything begins to move forward, and the Chain Rasps move on to the bottom left objective. The Myrmidon Banshees, Chain Rasps, and Lord Executioner Deep Strike onto the objectives. Nagash shoots and misses. The Hex Wraiths charge the Ungors, dealing 1 mortal wound and causing attack last. The Chain Rasps charge onto the top left objective, also causing attack last. Nagash charges. In combat, the Hex Wraiths wipe out the unit of Ungors, and Nagash, along with his Arcane Bolts, takes out the unit on the top left objective. In Battle Shock, no models flee. The Nighthaunt succeed their battle tactic and hold 1, 2, and more objectives, scoring 6 points.
End of turn 1. Really funny. I actually kind of like.
This is fun.
I like Nighthaunt. I think this is kind of fun.
I mean, Nighthaunt is really powerful right now in the meta.
I just love Nagash, man. I just want to play Nagash everywhere. Anyway, so end of the turn, desecrated this land over here, brought in my Hex Wraiths, or not my Hex Wraiths, my Chain Rasps on the thing. Put myself in a weird position. I probably should have been able to charge them in, but I missed basically all my charge rolls on this side, which is whatever. Took over this objective, took over this middle objective. I took back my home objective, or I continued to hold my home objective, moved Nagash over here, killed the unit he summoned. Back here, I charged in my Hex Wraiths, buffed them up, charged them into his, what are they? Not Hobgrots, but what are they called?
Ungors.
The Ungors.
Yeah.
Charging the Ungors, just wiped them out. They're dead now, which is good. Took over that objective. Overall, all is well. Hold this. Hold this, hold this, hold this. 1, 2, and more. Got my battle tactic. 6 points into the turn. So we get to roll for priority.
Yep.
That's a 1.
And that's a 5.
Well, that's bad for me.
So I'm going to take it 100%. And I mean, looking at this board state, I could probably. I mean, I feel like I can't.
I actually wonder if it's smartest to take it right now, because even if you give it to me, what am I really doing?
The reason why I would take it is because
You could then double me later, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's like if I put you in such a frantic position now, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm keeping you on the backboard. Like, Nagash doesn't need to stay there if I don't take this. Whereas if I take it and I do something wacky, you might have to keep Nagash there, which is kind of funny. So I'm going to do it.
All right.
Basically. So that's it. On to Beasts of Chaos.
Top of turn 2.
At the bottom of round 1, the Emerald Host deals 1 mortal wound to the Shaggoth, 3 mortals to the Shaman on disc, and 1 mortal to the Shaman on foot. The Beast of Chaos take priority, and their battle tactic is barge through enemy lines. Nagash fails heroic leadership. The Shaggoth succeeds. The Herdstone deals 2 damage to the Dragon Ogres for 3 primordial points, and the Shaggoth spends a command point to rally back 1 Dragon Ogre. The Shaman casts Vicious Stranglethorns, dealing 2 damage to the Chain Rasps and 1 damage to the Hex Wraiths that is warded. Nagash dispels the Quicksilver Swords. The Ungors move up, and the Spirit Torment redeploys 6 inches. The Zangors reposition. Two units of Ungors are summoned in the back right corner of the table. 1 near the center objective, and 1 in between the center and right objectives. The Sigor throws a rock and misses. The Zangors charge 11 inches and wrap around the Hex Wraiths. The Bestigors charge into the Myrmidon Banshees. In combat, the Banshees are deleted. The Hex Wraiths swing into the Zangors with all-out attack. In total, 14 damage is dealt. Seven Zangors die. The Gorgon kills 1 Hex Wraith and eats another. The Zangors attack back into the Hex Wraiths, dealing 3 damage, killing 1. The Chain Rasps pile in and kill 1 Zangor. At the end of combat, 2 Hex Wraiths come back from the Spirit Torment Nagash combination, and 2 Zangors run in Battle Shock. No Nighthaunt run in Battle Shock. The Beasts of Chaos score 1, 2, but not more, plus their battle tactic for a total of 4 points. However, thanks to both of the barge through enemy lines units being Galatian veterans, an extra +1 point is scored for 5 points total, putting the Beasts of Chaos at 11 points.
So end of the top of turn 2. My goal was to just be obnoxious, barge through enemy lines. I now have like 40 models on just his side of the board.
Yep.
I charged up my Zangor. I lost a bunch of them in that trade. It didn't go as well as I thought it would, but that's okay because in me getting smashed, I actually got to remove models out of combat, which is good for me, ironically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, towards the top of this round, I'm just going to try to survive as best I can. Keep on with the objective play because against Nighthaunt we have good output still, but without that rend, it's not reliable.
Yeah.
So I just have to keep playing the objectives as I am. Keep him spread out as much as possible. Mm-hmm. It's my goal.
Yeah. So I guess moving into your turn, or my turn, you get to pick which objective of yours is going to be worth bonus point. That one over there. Okay, so let's put the bonus point guy there.
Well, actually, I want to say everything flies, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it here.
Okay, so that's going to be worth a bonus. I am going to do here. I mean, I basically have barge for enemy lines as well, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do some killy stuff. So,
Well, I'm about to rally those Zangors.
yeah, true that.
The bottom right objective is the priority objective. The Nighthaunt battle tactic is eye for an eye. Nagash succeeds heroic leadership, and the Shaggoth succeeds heroic leadership. The Zangors rally back 7 models. Nagash brings back 3 wounds of models to each Nighthaunt unit. Nagash casts Mystic Shield. It is not unbound. Nagash casts 7 Arcane Bolts. None of them are unbound. Nagash moves into the center of the board. The Ungors redeploy backwards. The Chain Rasps, Spirit Torment, and Hex Wraiths all move back, along with the Lord Executioner, who moves towards the center of the board. Nagash shoots the Ungors and misses, then charges. The Lord Executioner charges, and the Hex Wraiths charge. Both units apply -1 to hit to their charged targets. In combat, the Hex Wraiths swiftly delete the Ungors. Nagash uses all-out defense and takes no damage after the Bestigors swing into him. Nagash attacks the Bestigors and wipes the unit. In Battle Shock, no models run. At the end of the round, the Nighthaunt score more objectives than their opponent and secure their battle tactic. The score at the end of turn 2 is 12-11, Nighthaunt in the lead by 1 point.
Cool, so end of turn 2, I achieved eye for an eye. I killed that unit and I killed that unit, so really easy. I moved up Nagash in attempt to do a little tricky play where he would redeploy those guys instead, which he did, and then I charged Nagash right onto this objective, all according to plan. So I took over this objective, which allowed me to get the more. Over here, I retreated my Chain Rasp, or not my Chain Rasps, the Hex Wraiths, got him into the other little screen unit, killed him, easy peasy, good stuff. Really what I wanted to do was get them onto this objective, but that ended up not happening because of the redeploy. So kind of a mistake. That was also a blessing, but I didn't, foresee that. I got 1, 2, and more, 6 points, eye for an eye. It goes into priority here, and that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna bring like 20 bodies more.
Yeah, it's
so.
basically just how it is going. So that's a 3. That's
3, and
a
I
3.
win ties. I'll take it. I'm gonna take
All right.
it. So,
At the end of round 2, the Emerald Host deals 3 damage to the Shaggoth, 3 damage to the Shaman on disc, and 1 damage to the Shaman on foot. The Beast of Chaos battle tactic is Desecrate enemy lands. The Proving Ground is chosen as the upper right objective. The Shaggoth succeeds heroic leadership, and the Herdstone gains 2 summoning points. Nagash fails heroic leadership. 4 Zangors rally back. The Shaggoth cast Quicksilver Swords but is unbound. The Shaman fails to cast Wildfire Taurus. The Shaman on disc casts Titanic Fury but is unbound. The Gorgon and Sigor move up onto the bottom left objective. The Ungors and Bestigors move onto the top right objective. Another unit of Bestigors is summoned at the top right of the board. The Sigor misses his boulder throw. The Zangors charge into the Hex Wraiths. The Gorgon and the Sigor both charge into the Chain Rasps, killing 2 on impact. The Bestigors charge the top right Chain Rasp unit. The Gorgon stomps, killing 1 more Chain Rasp on the bottom left objective. Nagash shoots 7 Arcane Bolts into the Bestigors at the top of combat, killing 7. The Lord Executioner spends a command point to improve the Chain Rasp's ward. The Bestigors deal 2 damage to the Chain Rasps on the top right corner of the map. The Zangors use all-out defense, and the Hex Wraiths use all-out attack. The Hex Wraiths kill 7 Zangors. The Gorgon swings into the Chain Rasps on the bottom left objective, wiping out the unit. The Zangors kill 1 Hex Wraith, and at the end of combat, the Spirit Torment heals the damaged Hex Wraith that is remaining. In Battle Shock, no models flee. The Beast of Chaos hold 1, 2, but not more objectives, and secure their battle tactic for 4 points.
Alright, well, that's it. End of the turn. Alright, top
Cool.
of turn 3.
Land was desecrated.
The land was desecrated. It was pretty easy for me to do. I now have the 1, 2, 3 objectives. I don't have...
You got 1, 2,
3.
3.
I
So
can count.
not more. I was just thinking in my head.
So I have the 3. I didn't wipe out enough of those guys to make a difference. It is what it is.
So 1, 2 desecrated. So 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So it's a 4-point turn. Buffs fall off for me. It is your turn to pick a happy objective or whatever. Same one, so we'll just make that one there. This is still Proving Ground. Cool. So into bottom of turn 3.
The Nighthaunt battle tactic is outmuscle, and the chosen unit is the Ungors on the top right Proving Ground. Nagash succeeds at heroic leadership. The Shaman on disc heals 1 wound through heroic recovery. Nagash brings back 1 Hex Wraith and 3 Chain Rasps. Nagash casts 7 Arcane Bolts and is unbound 1 time. Nagash casts Mystic Shield. Nagash has 6 Arcane Bolts and Mystic Shield. The Chain Rasps retreat. The Hex Wraiths also retreat. The Zangors redeploy onto the objective in the middle at the bottom. Nagash and the Lord Executioner move, and Nagash shoots but misses. The Hex Wraiths charge the Zangors, giving them -1 to save, and deal 1 mortal wound on the charge. The Lord Executioner charges and deals Strike Last. Nagash charges, the Chain Rasps charge, and give the Ungors -1 to hit. Nagash releases all of his Arcane Bolts, dealing 9 damage to the Bestigor unit. The Hex Wraiths swing into the Zangors, killing all of them but 3. Nagash swings into the Bestigor and the Ungor units, destroying both. Somehow, the Zangors do not run in Battle Shock. At the end of the turn, the Nighthaunt hold 1, 2, and more objectives, plus they secure their battle tactic. At the end of turn 3, the score is 16 to 15, Nighthaunt in the lead.
So outmuscle, got it. I took out the units I needed to here. Got this unit. Went in, really wanted to kill that unit there. That's going to rally back with.
Well, I can't rally in combat.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I mean, I think you're complaining a lot about the rally, but
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like,
that is way
awesome.
worse in my opinion.
Yeah, this is great.
That is way worse. I think.
I'm utterly shocked at how good these hex rates are performing right now.
They just can't die.
They're going around just crushing things. So definitely gonna finish painting them. That's for sure. But Spirit Torment is a god, dude. Spirit Torment with the hex rates is great.
I don't know. This is a personal thing, but I don't like effects that are just board wide. Like, I know that his is not, but Nagash is just like, I'll bring him back.
Bring him back, yeah.
I don't like board wide effects like that.
Yeah.
Because they really, I think they just take away from the strategic element. Like, you can really just fucking, all right, he's going over there, you know? But.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's okay.
Overall, though, great turn for me, I gotta say. I outmuscled. I believe I have this objective.
You don't.
I don't?
4.
So that's 4.
And there's executive conquerors.
Okay,
so
cool.
You don't have it.
So I don't have that. So I have 1, 2, 3 objectives right now, not more. Got out muscle, so that's going to be what is that? 4 points? 5 points?
Yeah.
2 points, and then
no, you don't have more, so you get 4.
Yeah, so 4. Cool. So same as you last time.
Yep.
Cool. So that's a tied round. I think priority. I have a really good shot here. You've been summoning a lot, so I don't know if you're going to be able to summon something crazy big. But
I mean, if I roll another 6 on the charge phase,
true.
Roll another 6 to primordial points, I will.
But we will see.
Okay.
So
here comes the prior roll.
That's a 5. That's a 3. I'm going to take it.
Okay.
So you get to pick the proving ground.
They're not Galatian veterans, right?
They are not. Cool. All right. So into the turn here with Nagash boy. Turn 4.
I mean, do I need him anymore?
The Nighthaunt battle tactic is barge through enemy lines. Nagash tops off the chain rasps. Nagash casts 7 arcane bolts and mystic shield. Nagash moves. Nagash shoots the Ungors and misses. Nagash charges the Ungors. The Hexwraiths kill the Zangors and the Shaman on the disc. Nagash kills the Ungors. At the end of the turn, the Nighthaunt score 4 points for having 1, 2, but not more, and securing their battle tactic.
Cool. So in the end of my turn 4, Nagash moved, got all the spells off, moved my dudes over here to get barge through enemy lines. Easy points right there. Hexwraiths retreated and charged, killed everything on this point. Unfortunately, because it is the proving ground, and I cannot get the extra points for that, which sucks, but it is what it is. So I got 1, 2, 3, not more, for 2 points, and then I don't get the I don't control or contest the objective there, so I don't get any bonus points. So 4 points total. Barge through enemy lines into your turn.
Yep, that's it. Turn 4, Beast of Chaos.
The Beast of Chaos battle tactic is in the Shadow of the Herdstone, which requires Aaron to kill the Hexwraiths within range of the Herdstone. The Shaman on foot casts a Wildfire Taurus. A unit of Bulgors is summoned at the top right objective. And the majority of Aaron's army circles around the Hexwraiths, getting ready for the kill. Everything charges in, and the Hexwraiths die. This secures Shadow of a Herdstone, and gives the Beast of Chaos a 4-point turn.
Bottom of round 4, I think I did the best I possibly could here. I didn't get any primordial roars. I did what I could. I got Shadow of the Herdstone, wiped out the Hexwraiths. Finally, it only took 4 rounds of a game to wipe them out. Brought in some Bulgors. They failed their charge. and leaving me in a not so great position, but I'm also not in a terrible position either.
So your grand strategy was what? Kill all my battle line, right?
No, it was take what's theirs.
Take what's theirs. So you need more
Units in your territory than you have.
Which
So-
that's probably going to be tough for you.
It's going to be tough for me to do. Not really, because
Yeah, but you got to
Shift
get
everything.
everything wholly within there.
yeah, that won't be difficult. Beasts are fast, and I can summon as well.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's see what happens.
Cool. In the priority.
Priority
5,
4.
4. Okay.
You're taking it, right? I presume.
No, I'm gonna let you have it.
The Beast of Chaos battle tactic is Fury of the Wilds, which is automatically failed due to it not being the first turn. Everything in the Beast of Chaos army runs into enemy territory in hopes to secure the Beast of Chaos grand strategy, which is to have more units within, well, wholly within enemy territory than the enemy. The Dragon Ogres, both monsters, and the unit of Bulgors are all within enemy territory, as well as a few units that are summoned in at the end of the movement phase. At the end of the turn, nothing runs in Battle Shock. The Beasts of Chaos fail their battle tactic. However, hold 3 objectives, but not more, for 2 points.
Beasts of Chaos, turn 5. I mean, definitely fun, like, matchup towards the beginning. Towards the end, it just feels like fucking hitting your head against a wall. I mean, you're just, between the wards and the ethereal, I mean, I literally cannot, I think I've killed 2 units, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I literally haven't been able to kill anything the whole game, which is extremely rough.
Killed the Hex Wraiths, killed 2 units, 1 unit of Chain Rasps, killed the Myrmidon Banshees.
So
That's it.
I'm really relying on having these 4 guys here, and keeping them in my territory and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold on to it unless I would have moved the Shaggoth. But I mean, I forgot to move him anyway, so I don't. Whatever, it's fine.
I think here we can essentially probably just talk this through. So
Yeah.
you currently are going to have 5 models. So you'll get your battle tech, or you're going to get your grand strategy, which is take what's theirs. Mine is to kill the battle line, or no, mine is to fight or flight. So I just need to not be in combat at the end of this turn. That's why I gave you the turn. So I'm literally just going to
Run away.
be retreating these guys back like that.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast teleport on Nagash and put him over here so he can take this objective, basically.
Yeah.
So he takes that objective. It gives me 1, 2. These guys would obviously, they can fly, so they're going to stay on this objective, retreat over here.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. I keep
One,
this,
2 more.
keep this, get 1 more. So
Yeah.
that's 1, 2, and more. Nothing is in combat. I get my thing. I don't even do any combat at all.
Yep.
So that is a 1, 2 more.
Yeah.
I do, what do I take? Against the odds, I still have not taken, so I just need to control an objective, save it for this round. So
I mean, just giving my thoughts on the game. I mean,
that's 1,
considering
2
I
more.
went up against a matchup that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a 6. Is that a 6-point turn? 1, 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, you beat me by a lot, I think.
That's a 5-point turn. Yeah.
I mean, considering I went up
Yeah.
against really like an army that literally disarms my army, it was okay.
it's really not that big of a gap, actually. You get your grand strategy.
Yeah.
It was 6 versus 6 the first round, 5 versus 6 the 2nd round, 4 versus 4, 4 versus 4, and then this last round was 4 versus 5. So it's a 2-point deficit that you had.
It's not horrible, but then again, you also said it yourself. This is a very not optimized list, and I still.
I mean,
Can't
if
do
I was
much.
running the list that had the spam for the revenants
I think you
or
would
whatever,
I think this list is better than that list. If I'm
really, just 'cause-
Yeah, because you can keep them everywhere and they don't die. Like you charge me with the 30 blade guys. if I get one lucky Wildfire Taurus, like Nagash is going to die turn
Yeah,
one.
they get crushed. Yeah,
You know what I mean? I think this is better.
this
actually.
is this list turned out a little. I would optimize it a little bit here, but I think actually having like these little units that just kind of chill around and I can plop on different things that are EQ units, and hex rates have tons of staying power. So
I mean, everything in this army has crazy staying power.
yeah,
It's just
I
again
kept
considering
Nagash
like
pretty much out of range of you the entire game, so you really weren't even able to get in combat with him unless I wanted you to.
Yeah.
So that was also an issue.
I mean, just negating the rend on Beasts of Chaos, which generically have horrible hit and
everything
wound
else.
rolls. I mean, they as much as some people think it's obnoxious. I think Beasts of Chaos like need it, and the numbers kind of show it out statistically when you look at like Honest Wargamer. They're not like 59% or anything. They're like 51. And I think that's just because everything else is so bad. Like, I don't get a save, you don't get a save. But if you're ethereal, getting your saves and your wards and all the debuffs, it's like, you're debuffing already shit.
One thing I think though also, and just we don't know the exact matchups and everything, but I think prevalence of like good Nighthaunt lists and good Nighthaunt players playing against Beast of Chaos probably pushes their win rate down a little bit. You know, because it's kind of a direct counter in some ways.
I mean, I don't believe it for a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot of armies with wards fighting against Lumineth, also very painful for them because the -1s to hit makes enemy hit on 5s and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like hard counters to BOC, I think, in the current meta. I don't think there's a lot of like, they can basically outwrench victory by just having an abundance of models.
I still like the idea of just literally just bringing in millions of Ungors every turn.
Yeah, that was the goal, but unfortunately, Nagash with his millions of mortal wounds and
I think Nagash in this list is what kept me alive, honestly, with the Arcane Bolts just taking out the 1 wound models that you brought in.
I mean, here's the thing though. Sorry. In addition to the losing the models en masse like I did, the biggest thing here was that I couldn't kill anything, which is actually very important. Like, I couldn't tie anything up. I charged into fucking Chain Rasp and I did 2 damage with Bounty Hunters. You know, it's just you can't win that way with Beasts of Chaos because unfortunately they don't have the saves to take any punchback.
Yeah.
So pretty much no matter what I did, I was just getting clocked. Right. So you know, after 5 rounds of it.
Really just leaving something in combat and being able to come back and charge back in and have a -1 to save. It's just like everything has rend, everything is... It's kind of an annoying bookkeepy army, in my opinion, to play this, like just Nighthaunt in general, but it's good.
It is very good. I think it's very powerful. I mean, that's why they're top of the meta, or at the top so far.
Yeah.
Last I checked, at least. I mean, I don't think they're over-tuned, I wouldn't say. Maybe the bingo thing is a bit much when everyone can just constantly be retreating and charging. I'm
just happy I found a list that I can play Nagash in. That's all.
Yeah, Nagash is fine where he is, I think. I mean, 7 Arcane Bolts.
I also didn't Hand of Dust you one time. I didn't even cast it.
Because you don't fucking need to. In Beast of, what are you going to Hand of Dust? A Bulgor?
I also didn't cast my Emerald Lifestorm once. So
yeah, you didn't need to because I didn't do any damage. You know, like
so a couple changes I'm gonna make, but but overall I think good game.
Yep, I think it was good.
Exhausted right now.
Yeah, I'm tired.
But thank you for watching.
Enjoy. And, like and subscribe.
Yeah, do all the fun stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Take it easy, guys. Oh, man, that was rough.